Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry it's been a really long time since I've made a video. I know I wanted to be consistent and then got way too busy, but I do have a lot of topics that I still want to talk about and a lot of things that I want to say. So I am back. If you want a background of a little bit of my story and why I'm making these videos and why this channel is focused around grief, you can check out my first video if you haven't already, but this particular video is going to be about gratitude and my journey with that, obviously, especially as it relates to grief for me. And I've been thinking about doing this for a while. It really started thinking about it around November, probably right before Thanksgiving, and thinking about that holiday coming up. And then obviously these end of year holidays are really reflective holidays as well, where we hope that people practice gratitude and kind of take stock of their years and the things that they have in their lives, maybe some things they want to improve upon, but also the things that they are grateful for. So I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm really excited to share a little bit about my journey, because I do think that other people can resonate, and hopefully that helps you know that you're not alone. So I've always tried to be a really appreciative person, and I'm always also been reflective, and I do really try to be grateful for all the things that I have, as much as I have the capacity to do so. But I really do see and view gratitude as an active practice. It's a muscle you need to flex. It's something that you get better at with time. It's important to be active in the pursuit of gratitude and present in it. So, I feel like I didn't really fully get to that point of realizing gratitude as a practice and actively practicing it myself until college. And I would say especially that started for me when I studied abroad my first semester of my junior year of undergrad. It was just one of those opportunities where it was like, I can't believe I'm in another country, exploring new cultures, exploring my independence, like having this incredible opportunity. It was really, really easy to feel grateful. And every day I just looked around me. I was like, I can't believe I'm here. So I had about a 10-minute walk from my home that I was staying at to the train station that I needed to take to get to my classes and stuff. And I actively practiced gratitude on that walk as often as I can, almost every day. So, I would just be walking in this beautiful, cute little Danish street, and, constantly telling myself how grateful I am to be here in this different country and exploring new things, how grateful I am to be accepted into this amazing host family, how grateful I am to have so many wonderful things back home that I miss, and my friends and family and my school and all of that. It was really, really easy to feel grateful, but I actively practiced gratitude, and it was one of the first times that I did that, and I feel like it was pretty life-changing. Anyone that knows me pretty well, I think, knows that I tend to be a really positive person, and I very much like to be that positive light and try to be. It's very easy to make me laugh. That's very genuine. I think so many things are funny. So many people are funny. So you can often hear me laughing across the room. I love to smile. I love to joke around and be happy. And so, yeah, I really love to be that positive light, and I try to be as much as I can. And I try to be real and authentic, of course, and I never try to deny the full range of emotions. But overall, I like to see myself as a positive person. And so grief was definitely hard for me in feeling so much pain, so much negativity all the time. obviously, for a really, really long time. And I'll get into more of that in future videos, but I'll just say for now how that relates and is important here is that you know, I was really frustrated with myself that I couldn't be that like positive, bubbly person. And I tried to force myself to feel gratitude, and to like try to get back to positivity. And like one of the first things my therapist noticed about me is basically that, and how I tried to kind of push away out of the negativity in order to get back to that gratitude and that positivity. But when you are going through grief, or when you're experiencing any trauma or really difficult time, you shouldn't be pushing away what you're feeling. You know, it's a defensive response, and if we didn't feel, you know, these negative things around it, then it wouldn't signal for us that it's a bad thing. And we also need to have those contrasting positive, negative, good, bad things in order to appreciate the good. So you know, for me in the beginning of my grief, it was super challenging not to feel guilty about feeling so shitty all the time, not to feel guilty about like not practicing gratitude. But of course, you know, it was hard for me to be grateful for a lot of things in life when I just felt like I obviously went through this like really like the worst thing that I could have possibly think of happening in my life. And so I just kind of wanted to highlight the difference between like practicing gratitude and forcing gratitude. Gratitude is an extremely important thing to practice, but guilt should never be associated with gratitude. It should never be forced. As with anything, when you practice something, you have to take restful breaks. And so to anyone who is going through a tough time, whether it be like particularly specifically grief related or anything, you know, I just want you to know and remember as much as you can, because I don't know how much I could have taken this in at the time, but if you can, like it's okay to not necessarily feel grateful in those moments, and to just let yourself feel what you need to feel. You will be able to practice gratitude again, and if that helps you in the moment and you are able to genuinely and authentically do it, then do it. Because, you know, after a little while, I was able to really practice gratitude and be grateful for my support network, especially, you know, my friends and family, and the people that have shown up for me and been there for me this entire time. I couldn't have gotten through this without them. But forcing myself to practice gratitude and forcing myself to push away negative things in order to feel grateful definitely didn't do anything for me. Doesn't make me, you know, an ingrate, doesn't make me a bad person. It makes me human, and it means that I went through something, or I'm going through something, you know, really painful and really tough, and there will be moments where I don't feel grateful, and that is okay. That's why it's an active practice. It's because it doesn't just come necessarily naturally, and it's not present in every single moment. Remember that. Give yourself grace. Practice gratitude when you can, you know, for everyone as a general life, I don't know, practice, but don't feel guilt when you have moments where you don't feel like practicing gratitude. And when you don't feel particularly positive or grateful, that is okay. That will happen. But you will feel grateful again. You will be able to practice gratitude, and you will be stronger for what you are going through. So that's really all I have to say.